Okay, so this is chapter 11. This is part 3. This is an example of an IV push. We have 500 milligrams of a drug is ordered over 2 minutes. The concentration of the drug is 100 milligrams per milliliter. How many milliliters will you administer? That's our first question. This is part A. And then determine the number of milliliters you will push during each 30-second interval. This is part B. Okay, so for part A, we want to know how many milliliters, okay, over 2 minutes. So what we do, the minutes aren't really important right now because all we're asking for is how many milliliters are we supposed to administer. So we start off with 500 milligrams, the amount that is ordered, and that's over 1. And we want to multiply that by, here we have 100 milligrams over milliliters. We want milliliters in the end, so we want that in the top, and we want to cancel out our milligrams. So I do 1 milliliter for 100 milligrams. Okay, and then here your milligrams cancel out, and you end up with 500 over 100, which is 5. So I'm supposed to administer 5 milliliters of the medication overall. Okay. Now, so we're supposed to administer this much, and it's supposed to take 2 minutes total, and they want to know how much we have to administer during every 30 seconds. Okay, there are a couple of ways to approach this. You might naturally realize that 30 seconds is half of a minute. If I'm doing 2 minutes, is going to equal 4 30-second intervals. Right? I mean, that's fairly natural for us, in which case you would just divide the 5 by the 4 and see what you get. Okay? The other way of doing it is to just do conversions. I want to take 30 seconds and I want to convert it to milliliters. Okay? So I have 30 seconds, let's put that over a 1, times 1 minute because I'm going to minutes. For 1 minute, there are 60 seconds, so my seconds are going to cancel out, times the drug is 500 milligrams per 2 minutes. Now my minutes are going to cancel out, times the last bit of information, milliliters and milligrams. Again, I'm trying to cancel out milligrams on the top, so I have 1 milliliter for 100 milligrams. Notice here that this is exactly the same as this. And this is basically what we did right here. My milligrams are to cancel out. If I multiply straight across, I get, what do I have? I have 30 times 1 times 500, which will be 15,000 milliliters, over 60 times 2 times 100 is 12,000. You reduce this or do the division. 15 over 2 is the same as 5 over 4, which is precisely 1.25 milliliters every 30 seconds.